Hi, this is Janak Reddy Dubbaka. Now we are going to discuss some important problems from transistors and logic gates. So here is the first problem. A common emitter amplifier circuit built using an NPN transistor is shown in the figure. Its DC current gain is 250 and RC is 1 kilo ohm and VCC is 10 volts. What is the minimum base current for VCE to reach saturation? So here is the circuit. See, in this circuit, I am applying Kirchhoff voltage law. Here it is VCC. Here is the current IC. This becomes minus ICRC, and here is minus VCB is equal to 0. Therefore, VCB is equal to VCC minus ICRC. Here, to reach saturation means VCE becomes VC. This is VCE. Means VCE means output voltage in saturation 0. That is VCC minus ICRC. This becomes VCC is equal to ICRC. Therefore, IC is equal to VCC by RC. Therefore, IC is equal to VCC is given as 10 volts by RC is 1 kilo ohm. 1 into 10 cube. This becomes 10 into 10 to the power of minus 3 amperes. Or IC is equal to 10 to the power of minus 2 amperes. This is IC. And here is given as DC current gain. This is common emitter current gain. Beta is equal to IC by IB. From this IB is equal to IC by beta. IC is 10 to the power of minus 2 and beta is given as 250. This becomes IB is equal to 40 into 10 to the power of minus 6 amperes. Therefore, IB is equal to 40 microamperes. Therefore, answer D is correct. This is the first problem. And second problem, an NPN transistor is used in common emitter configuration as an amplifier with 1 kilo ohm load resistance. Signal voltage of 10 millivolt is applied across the base emitter junction. Therefore, VBE is equal to 10 millivolts and this produces a 3 milliampere change in collector current. Delta IC is equal to 3 milliamperes and collector and 15 microampere change in base current. Delta IB is equal to 15 microamperes change in base current of the amplifier. The input resistance and voltage gain. Input resistance is equal to input potential, that is VBE, by input current delta IBE. Therefore, input resistance delta VB is 10 millivolts, 10 into 10 to the power of minus 3 by base current is 15 microamperes, 15 into 10 to the power of minus 6. This becomes 0.67 kilo ohms. This is input resistance. Next one, voltage gain. Voltage gain AV is equal to output potential by input potential. Here output potential is delta VCE by input potential is delta VBE. But here VCE is not given. Therefore, AV is equal to output potential is nothing but output current into output resistance, load resistance RL by delta VBE. This becomes AV is equal to IC is given as delta is 3 milliamperes 3 into 10 to the power of minus 3, and load resistance is given as 1 kilo ohm load resistance, 1 kilo ohm load resistance by delta VB is 10 milliamperes, 10 into 10 to the power of minus 3, this becomes 300. Therefore potential gain is 300, input resistance is 0.67 and 300. Therefore D is correct answer. And next third one, an NPN transistor operates as a common emitter amplifier with a power gain of 60 dB. Power gain of 60 dB. The input circuit resistance is 100 ohms and the output load resistance is 10 kilo ohms. The common emitter current gain beta is, see here, power gain in common emitter amplifier AP is equal to beta square by R naught by output resistance by input resistance. Here power gain is given as, this is in decibels, dB is equal to 10 log power output by power input, this is base 10. This dB is given as 60 decibels. 60 is equal to 10 log power output by power input base 10. Therefore power output by power input is equal to 10 to the power of 6. This is power output by power input is nothing but power gain AP, this is 10 to the power of 6. Here AP is equal to 10 to the power of 6, and beta you have to find out. Output resistance, the input resistance and the output load resistance is 10 kilo ohms, 10 into 10 cube by input resistance is 100. From this 10 to the power of 4, here 10 to the power of, therefore beta square is equal to 10 to the power of 4, therefore beta is equal to 100. So this is the final answer. Next, problem number 4. The transistor characteristic curve of a transistor having input and output resistance 100 ohms and 100 kilo ohms respectively is shown in the figure. The voltage and power gain are respectively. So first we have to find out beta. Beta is equal to delta IC by delta IB. Here is the current IC and here is IB. Delta IC, if you take this interval 20 minus 15, 20 minus 15, IC is in milliamperes, therefore 10 to the power of minus 3 by IB is 400 minus 300, and this is in microamperes into 10 to the power of minus 6. This becomes 5 into 10 to the power of minus 3 by 100 into 10 to the power of minus 6. This becomes 50. Beta is equal to 50. Therefore voltage gain AV is equal to beta into output resistance by input resistance. Therefore beta is 50, output resistance is 100 kilo ohms, 100 into 10 cube by input resistance is 100. This becomes 5 into 10 to the power of 4. This is voltage gain. Power gain is equal to beta into voltage gain. Therefore beta is 50 and voltage gain 5 into 10 to the power of 4. This becomes 250 into 10 to the power of 4. Therefore this is 25 into 10 to the power of 6. This is therefore answer 2.5 into 10 to the power of this is 250 into 10 to the power of, therefore answer is A. Next, problem number 5. in the figure given that VBB supply can vary from 0 to 5 volts, VCC 5 volts, beta DC is equal to 200, RB is equal to 100 kilo ohms, RC is equal to 1 kilo ohms, and VBE is equal to 1 volts. The minimum base current and the input voltage at which the transistor will go to saturation will be respectively. See here, same VCE is equal to VCC minus ICRC. In saturation, this is equal to 0. VCC minus ICRC. From this, IC is equal to VCC by RC. Therefore, IC is equal to, what is VCC given? 5 by RC is given as 1 kilo ohms, 1 into 10 cube. This becomes IC is equal to 5 into 10 to the power of minus 3 amperes. 5 into 10 to the power of minus 3 amperes. And beta is equal to IC by IB, and you have to minimum base current. Therefore, this is IB. IB is equal to IC by beta. IC is given as 5 into 10 to the power of minus 3, and beta is given as 200. Therefore, this becomes 25 into 10 to the power of minus 6 amperes. This becomes 25 microamperes. 25 microamperes, and the minimum base current is 25 microamperes, and transistor to saturation will be respectively the minimum base current. Okay, the minimum base current, and which one? Next one is input voltage, at which input voltage. So here input voltage is nothing but actually VBE, but VBE is not given. You have to consider VBB. Therefore, from this circuit, here is VBB, VBB minus IB RB minus VBE is equal to 0. Therefore, VBB is equal to VBE plus IB RB. Therefore, VBB is equal to, VBE is given as 1 volt, IB is 25 microamperes, 25 into 10 to the power of minus 6, and RB is given as RB 100 kilo ohms. This becomes 100 into 10 cube. This becomes 3.5 volts. Therefore, answer is B is correct. Say 25 microamperes, and 3.5 volts. And problem number 6. A silicon transistor amplifier circuit is given below. If the current amplification factor beta is equal to 100, determine base current, collector emitter voltage, collector base voltage. Take voltage drop between base and emitter is 0.5. See, first one, base current is equal to, here is 5 volt, here potential drop is 0.5, I is equal to V by R. Therefore, becomes 5 minus, here potential drop is 0.7 by RB. RB is given as 8.6 kilo ohms. This is 10 cube. Therefore, final answer is 0.5 into 10 to the power of minus 3. This becomes 0.5 milliamperes. And which one is second one is collector current. Collector current is equal to beta times IB. Here beta is given as 100 and IB is 0.5 milliamperes. This becomes 50 milliamperes. This is IC. And third one is collector emitter voltage. Collector emitter voltage, that is nothing but VCE. Therefore, VCE, third one, VCE is equal to VCC minus ICRC. Therefore, VCE is equal to, what is VCC given? 10 volts. IC is 50 milliamperes and RC is 100 ohms. This becomes VCE is equal to 5 volts. And fourth one, collector base voltage. Collector base voltage VCB. So VCB we can write down VCE minus VBE. Therefore, VCB is equal to, VCE is given as 5 volts minus VBE, here is potential of 0.7. This becomes 4.3 volts. Next, problem number 7. In an NPN transistor circuit, the collector current is 10 milliamperes. Collector current is 10 milliamperes. If 90% of the electrons emitted reaches the collector, then emitter and base current will be 90% of the electrons emitted reach the collector, means collector current is equal to 90% of emitter current. Therefore, IC is equal to, given as 10 milliamperes. 10 by 90 by 100, that is IE. Therefore, that implies IE is equal to, here 0 0 cancel, 100 by 9. Therefore, IE is equal to approximately 11 milliamperes. This is IE, emitter current. And base current, here emitter current is equal to base current plus collector current. Therefore, base current is equal to emitter current minus collector current. Therefore, IB is equal to, emitter current is given as 11 milliamperes minus collector current is 10 milliamperes. Therefore, base current is 1 milliampere. This is base current. Next, problem number 8. In the common base configuration, a transistor has current amplification factor 0.95. Current amplification, it is when it is less than 1, that is nothing but alpha. Alpha is equal to 0.95. If the transistor is used in common emitter configuration and the base current changes by 2 microamperes, base current changes by 2 microamperes, then the change in collector current is, change in collector current. See here, beta is equal to delta IC by delta IB. Therefore, your delta IB given, here I have to find out delta IC, then I have to find out beta. But there is a relation between beta and alpha. Therefore, beta is equal to alpha by 1 minus alpha. This becomes 0.95 by 1 minus 0.95. This becomes 19. Therefore, beta is equal to delta, from this delta IB is equal to delta IC by beta. Delta IC is given as then change in collector current we have to find out, change in collector current, delta IC is equal to beta into delta IB. Beta is equal to 19, delta IB is equal to 2 into 10 to the power of minus 6 amperes. This becomes 38 into 10 to the power of minus 6 amperes. This becomes 38 microamperes. And problem number 9. Consider an amplifier circuit where in a transistor is used in common emitter mode. The change in collector current and base current respectively are change in collector current. Delta IC is equal to 40 milli. Change in collector current, this is milliamperes, 40 milliamperes, and the change in base current is equal to 20 microamperes. When a signal of 40 millivolt is added to base emitter voltage. This is VBE is equal to 40 millivolts. If the load resistance is 10 kilo ohms, RL is equal to 10 kilo ohms. Power gain in the circuit. Power gain AB is equal to beta square into output resistance by input resistance. This beta is equal to delta IC by delta IB whole square into RL by RI. Therefore, power gain is equal to delta IC is given as 40 milliamperes, 40 into 10 to the power of minus 3, and this one is 20 into 10 to the power of minus 6 whole square, and load resistance is given as 10 kilo ohms, 10 by 10 cube, and input resistance is not given. Therefore, V is equal to I into R is equal to V by I. Therefore, here input resistance is input potential VBE by input current IB. See, from this AB is equal to 42 times minus 3 minus 3. This is 2 into 10 cube whole square into 10 into 10 cube by VBE is given as 40 millivolts. 40 into 10 to the power of minus 3. Here is IB. That IB is given as 20 microamperes. 20 into 10 to the power of minus 6. This becomes AB is equal to 2 into 10 to the power of minus 7. This is power gain. Next one. In a junction transistor, the collector current changes by collector current delta IC is equal to 6.8 milliamperes. If the emitter current is changed by emitter current delta IE is equal to 7 milliamperes. For such transistor, the current amplification factor in common emitter mode. Common emitter mode, beta is equal to delta IC by delta IB. Okay, IC is given but IB is not given. Therefore, here delta IE is equal to delta IC plus delta IB. From this, delta IB is equal to delta IE minus delta IC. Therefore, delta IB is equal to delta IE is given as 7 milliamperes. 7 into 10 to the power of minus 3, and this one is 6.8 into 10 to the power of minus 3. This becomes 0.2 into 10 to the power of minus 3. This is delta IB. Therefore, beta is equal to delta IC 6.8 into 10 to the power of minus 3 by 0.2 into 10 to the power of minus 3. This becomes 68 by 2. Therefore, beta is equal to 34. Next, problem number 11. Identify the operation performed by the circuit given below. See, here is A, this is a NOT gate, this is A bar. Here is B, this is B bar. Here is C, this is C bar. So, in this case, here it is OR gate, means A bar plus B bar plus C bar. But another dot is there, therefore NOT gate. This becomes, according to De Morgan theorem, if it is plus is there, I would place dot, means A double bar dot B double bar dot C double bar. This becomes A dot B dot C. If inputs are A and B, output is A into B, that is AND gate. Therefore, here also AND gate. Next, which of the following gives reversible operation? Reversible operation means NOT gate. NOT gate means only one input, one output. Therefore, B is a reversible operation. Next, 13. A Boolean relation at the output stage Y for the following circuit is. So here this is this part is OR gate, and this part is NOT gate. Therefore, the combination is NOR gate. Therefore, combination NOR gate means A plus B whole bar. A plus B whole bar according to De Morgan A bar dot B bar. Therefore, A bar dot B bar. D is correct answer. Next to 14. The logic gate equivalent to the given circuit. Here is A, this is NOT gate, this is A bar, this one is B bar. This is NOT AND means output is A bar dot B bar, another NOT gate is hold bar. Therefore, this becomes, according to De Morgan theorem, here is dot, we have to write on plus. A bar, A double bar plus B double bar. A double bar means A, therefore A plus B. Inputs are A, B, output is A plus B, therefore this is nothing but OR gate. Next 15. The truth table for the circuit given in the figure is, see here is A. Here AB, this is OR gate, this becomes A plus B. For example, A plus B, I am taking C. And this is NOT AND, therefore A dot C complement. Then if you verify this one, therefore third option is correct. Next 16. To get output 1 or output 1 at OR for the given logic gate, the input values must be. I have to verify with each one. First I am taking A, x is equal to 1, y is equal to 0. So here x is equal to 1, not get here 1, this is 0. And for this one, here is y, y is 0. This is OR gate, 0 plus 0, here is 0. And for this one, this is x, here is 1. And y is 0, therefore not, here is 1. And for this one, this is x 1. 1, 1. It is NAND gate, 1 into 1, 1, but not 1, here is 0. Therefore, this is NOR gate, 0 plus 0, 0, but not 0, 1. Therefore, R is 1. Therefore, options x is equal to 1, y is equal to 0. Next, 17. The output of the given logic circuit is, so here is A, here also A, here also A, this one is B, here A dot B whole bar, here also A dot B whole bar. Then output is NOT AND A dot B whole bar. And this one A dot B whole bar, this is B, therefore output is OR gate, A dot B whole bar plus B. Plus B. And here the output is, this is NOT AND, means the final answer A dot A bar dot B bar whole bar dot this one A dot B whole bar plus B and whole bar like this. After using De Morgan theorems, here you can finally get the answer, this one A bar dot B. Next 18. The logic circuit shown below has the input waveform is A and B as shown. Pick out the correct output waveform. See here, input A, this is high value, this is also high value, 1 1. Input is 1, B also 1. This is NOT gate, here is 0, here also 0. This is NOR gate, 0 plus 0 0, here is 1. Therefore, inputs are two high values, output also high. Output also high. Therefore, here is high, here is high, here is high. Therefore, maybe A, B, D. And verify for this one. This is low, means 0 0. Here is 0, here is 0, means here is 1, here is 1. Therefore, 1 plus 1, but here is 0. Therefore, two low values, here also low value. This is low value, this is low value, and this is low value, third one. And now this one, for A, this is 0, B 1. A 0, B 1. A 0 means here is 1. This is 0. 1 0, 1 plus 0 1, but here is 0. Again, low value is like this. Therefore, in options, therefore here A and D. And next one, here is 1, this is 0. 1 0, here is 1, here is 0, here is 0, here is 1. Therefore, 0 plus 1, 1, here is 0. Again 0. But here high value. Therefore, answer A is correct. Next, 19. Your input is A, your B NOT gate, B bar. Here OR gate, A plus B bar, but your output A plus B bar whole bar. A plus B bar whole bar. This becomes, according to De Morgan theorem, A bar dot B double bar. Therefore, A bar dot B is output. See, in this one, which one is A bar dot B bar? So, I am directly verifying this one. Here is A, this is A bar, here is B. Therefore, output is A bar dot B. Here A bar dot B, therefore, answer 2 is correct. Next, 20. This is the direct NOR gate, conversion of universal gates from universal gate into fundamental gates. So, here is A, this is A bar, here is B, B bar. The output is A bar dot B bar whole bar. And here this becomes, according to De Morgan theorem, A bar, A double bar, A dot is there plus B double bar. This becomes A plus B. Therefore, here A plus B and output is A plus B whole bar. Therefore, input is AB, output is A plus B whole bar. Therefore, NOR gate. Next, the output of the given combination gate represents, here is A, this is A bar, this is B bar, here is A bar plus B bar whole bar. A bar plus B, here is plus is there, therefore this becomes A double bar dot B double bar. This becomes A dot B. Here is A dot B, therefore A dot B bar. A dot B bar is a NAND gate. So with this we finished the problems from transistors and logic gates.